Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I thought today, since I haven't done a makeup tutorial in a long time, I would pull out some of my old favorites, my Tom Ford Cocoa Mirage and a beautiful red bold lip to just get us ready for the season. I'm also sampling a new perfume from Nest, and it just smells so yummy. So I thought I would share some of my favorites with you. So why don't you just grab yourself a hot cup of whatever, mine happens to be pumpkin spice coffee, and let's chat. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Today I thought what I would do is I went ahead, I have to run out today, have errands to run, and I just went ahead and got myself ready, and then I thought, I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is just film for you what I have on my face. I haven't done any type of a makeup tutorial lately, and so let's just say this is a makeup get ready and go out for the day for 50 and older. Okay, 60 and older, or whoever. I live in the South, and this is my first autumn fall season here in the state of Alabama. And I grew up and was born and raised in Ohio. So, of course, very accustomed to the season changes and love the season changes, especially fall. It is my favorite time of year. It's really hard for me not to see that vibrant, beautiful color changes because throughout the course of my life, I've lived in Ohio, Texas, Illinois, Tennessee, and now Alabama. So I have been graduating into missing the fall. This year especially, I started my decorating. If you're a regular subscriber, then you've probably seen some of my little videos that I've done with fall decorating. Last year I didn't get to because we were in the process of moving and packing, and so I didn't get to decorate. And this year I was so excited for it. I started early, and I'm just wishing for some cooler weather. We just got through our very kind of a threatening Gordon hurricane, which ended up being okay for us. We didn't lose electricity and we didn't sustain any damage, and I'm grateful for that, but I just can't help wanting to get into that cooler weather. But anyway, so I thought what I would do is just share with you what I have on my face and how I put myself together. And today I gave myself a really bold lip and pulled out one of my old lipsticks that I have, or a lipstick that I purchased last year. A really bold lip because I am really into wanting some cool weather. So I'm going after fall boldly, and I just thought I'd share with you what I have on and sip my coffee with you in my favorite little new fall mug, and let's get going. First of all, after moisturizing my face, I went ahead and I used Hourglass Mineral Veil primer. It's a primer that I do use frequently and regularly. Love it. Talked about it a lot. It's just, I pretty much use it around my T-zone area and up in my forehead, and I just really feel like it, and then I just smooth it out all over. I just feel like it really allows my makeup application to go on very nicely. It leaves my skin looking good, and it really doesn't matter what type of foundation I use. It just works well with everything. And then today I pulled out my High Coverage Cream Foundation by Jouer. Really like this. I've talked about this. This is in the color Shell. And sometimes when I'm using it, I feel like it's a little bit too light, but I just kind of brighten it, or not brighten it, but I just kind of go over with a little bit of bronzer, and it just seems like it just blends in really well. So I have that on, and then I have on my, today it's just my Radiant Rose by MAC. I can find it here. Under my eyes. And I basically, what I do when I use this Radiant Rose is I just basically come down in a V formation. I let it set on my eyes a little bit, and then I take a wet Beauty Blender sponge and I just get in there and dab it after it's been sitting on that area for a little while. I just feel like it blends really, really well. So that's what I have on my under eyes, because as you can see, I am sporting some bags there. And hey, it's part of the age, it's part of the season, lots of itchy, runny eyes, you know, allergies, but we just deal with it the best that we can. And then I pulled out one of my most loved blushes, and that's by Chanel, and it is Alizane. I show you this a lot. I use it pretty much consistently and constantly during the fall and winter. I love it. I even use it in the spring and summer, but mostly almost all the time. If I have blush on, that's the color that I'm wearing. And so I have that blush on. And after that, I bronzed just a little bit with the Bobbi Brown in, it's just the bronzing powder, medium 2. And I've used this a ton. You can see it's starting to dip down. I love it. It goes on so subtly, so soft, and it's very, very blendable, and it doesn't have a muddy color. And I just went ahead and just put a little contouring here underneath my cheeks, a little on the side of my nose, and just a little bit up on my hairline, and that's all I did with that. And for my eyeshadow, I pulled out my Tom Ford Cocoa Mirage, which I love the colors of this palette. It's just become one of my most favorite, and I used it, I got it last year during the Sephora sale, and I have just consistently used it. I'm just going to show you how soft and blendable these colors go on. And I'm just putting a little more highlight here. And just with the softest touch on my finger, it just blends so well, and that's the way all the powders are. It's the type of palette that you want to buy when it's on sale and take advantage of it, because it is a beautiful palette, and it is one of my favorites, and it happens to be all the colors that I really love. I have the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and today I did use my Anastasia powder in a granite, just a little bit to make my brows just a little darker. You know, in the summer and the spring, I like to wear them a little lighter, and in the fall and winter, I like to go just a little bit bolder. So the powder does kind of even out my eyebrows a little better, and I just think it makes them a little more bold. So I use that, and then I just lightly filled in with my granite Anastasia Brow Wiz. And for highlight, I went, of course, with my old-time favorite, Chanel. It is the Plus Lumiere de Chanel. Show it to you all the time. It's a beautiful palette. I feel like there's just so much in there that, you know, I'll never use it up, but I can see where it's starting to divot down, and I'm sure eventually I will use it up. And then I used as a highlight underneath my cheekbone, down the center of my nose, a little bit here and there, and then I followed with my Marc Jacob. Now, this is called Miss Scarlet, so you know it is a very beautiful red. Gives you a really bold look. So what I do is I put a layer on, I blot it off, as you can see. I tap another layer on, and then I use my finger to just kind of tap it in. Then I wait, and then I just go ahead and put a gloss over it. And what I used was just, actually, I think I used the White Russian by the Buxom. And because I like it, it kind of gives you that little tinginess to your lips. And this color will last a long time, and it leaves a pretty color on your lips as it starts to, as you eat or drink, and it starts to fade away. So now all I have to do is get dressed, and then I'm ready to go out the door. So I just wanted to come on quickly and just kind of give you one of my fall looks. And then I finished off with my MAC Fix, and this is in the coconut scent, and just to set my makeup, and I love it. I love the smell of it. It's so good. And all I have to do now is get dressed and get ready to go out and run errands. And I'm using this little Nest. It's Cocoa Woods, and I love the scent. I was able to get a little sample with some of my Sephora points, and oh, this smells, ooh, so good. So good. I really like it. And I love when I can use up some of my points for these little samples of perfume, because then you're not committed to a big bottle and decide that, oh no, that is not for me. So I hope you have a great day. I hope cooler weather is coming your way, as I'm hoping it's coming my way. And until next time, be kind, be humble, and age gracefully. Bye. Also, guys, I'm sharing with you some of my upcoming projects, wreaths that I've been working on for Christmas. The ribbon and burlap snowflakes I found at Hobby Lobby. This is a hat I got at Target Dollar Spot, and I turned it into this adorable pumpkin sweater. This snowflake ribbon is just gorgeous, and I recently purchased it at Hobby Lobby. So it's not too early to start working on those Christmas projects. Stay tuned within the next week, and I'll share.